Welcome, intrepid explorers of the eerie and unexplained. Tonight, we embark on a spectral journey through Michigan's most haunted locations. These storied sites are steeped in history and shrouded in mystery, each with its own tale of the paranormal. So, light your lanterns and steady your nerves as we uncover the ghostly legends that haunt the Great Lakes State. Number 5, the Doherty Hotel, Clare, Michigan. Our first stop is the Doherty Hotel in Clare. Built in 1924, this elegant establishment once hosted secret gatherings during Prohibition. Hidden behind its opulent facade lies a darker tale, a tale of speakeasies, mobsters, and restless spirits. Guests have reported encounters with the original owners, their laughter echoing down the grand staircase long after midnight. Nestled in the heart of Clare, Michigan, stands a beacon of history, shrouded in tales both grand and grim. The Doherty Hotel, a monument to the Roaring Twenties, a time of prosperity and clandestine dealings, opens its doors to us tonight. Let us step back in time to when the echoes of jazz filled the air, and secrets whispered through the corridors. The year is 1924. The automobile is king, and the crossroads of US 10 and US 127 are alive with the sound of Ford Model Ts. It's here, at this bustling intersection, that Senator Alfred James Doherty envisioned a grand hotel, a place that would stand as a testament to innovation and luxury. The Doherty Hotel was not merely a place to rest, it was a symbol of progress. With 60 rooms, each boasting hot and cold running water, and over half with private baths, it was a marvel of its time. The ground floor was a cornucopia of amenities, a coffee shop, a grand dining room known as the Wedgwood Room, a soda fountain shop, and even a barber shop. But the Doherty was more than just brick and mortar. It was a place where lives intersected, where stories unfolded. Senator Doherty, a friend of Henry Ford, was a man of the people. His commitment to hospitality ensured that every guest left with a story to tell, a smile on their face. As night falls, the hotel takes on a different character. The laughter of the day gives way to the whispers of the night. It's said that the spirits of the past linger here, perhaps drawn by the memories that permeate these walls. Guests report eerie encounters, sightings of apparitions that defy explanation. One such spirit is said to be that of Isaiah Lebov, a man whose life was cut short in a web of betrayal and crime. The Doherty Hotel was his final haunt, the site of his untimely demise at the hands of those he once called friends. His presence is felt even now, decades later, as guests recount stories of locked doors inexplicably opening, and the sounds of knocking with no source. The Doherty Hotel is not just a building, it's a chronicle of human experience. From its inception as a beacon of modernity to its role as a speakeasy during Prohibition, it has seen the best and worst of times. The hotel has been a silent witness to history, to the joy and the sorrow, the living and the other. As we wander these halls, we tread the fine line between past and present. The Doherty Hotel invites us to explore its mysteries, to seek out the stories etched into its very foundation. It's a place where the past is not forgotten, where the echoes of yesteryear are as real as the shadows cast by the moonlight. So, dear guests, as our visit to the Doherty Hotel comes to a close, we leave you with this thought: history is alive here. It breathes in the walls, it walks in the halls, and if you listen closely, it speaks. The Doherty Hotel, a jewel in Michigan's crown, remains a testament to the enduring nature of stories, the kind that never truly die. Number 4, Terrace Inn and 1911 Restaurant, Petoskey, Michigan. Next, we venture to the charming Terrace Inn in Petoskey. Its Victorian charm belies a hidden history. Imagine sipping tea in the sunroom, only to glimpse a shadowy figure passing by, an apparition from another era. The innkeepers share whispered stories of unexplained footsteps and phantom piano music drifting through the halls. In the quaint town of Petoskey, where the gentle waves of Little Traverse Bay lap against the shore, lies a Victorian gem with over a century of stories etched into its walls. The Terrace Inn and 1911 Restaurant, a sanctuary of history and mystery, beckons us to uncover its spectral past. Built between 1910 and 1911, the Terrace Inn was the vision of William J. and Josephine B. Duvall. This couple, hailing from Lebanon, Indiana, where Mr. Duvall was a respected banker, sought to create a haven of elegance and comfort. The inn quickly became a social hub, a place where the elite could escape the mundane. With its terraced descent down to the bay, it offered a picturesque retreat, complete with modern amenities such as electric lighting and indoor plumbing, a luxury at the time. But the Terrace Inn was more than just a retreat, it was a witness to history. During World War I, the Red Cross used the inn as a makeshift hospital, and volunteers wrapped bandages for wounded soldiers. It was a time of solidarity and sacrifice, a time when the inn served a purpose greater than itself. As the years passed, the inn's walls absorbed the joys and sorrows of its guests. And some say, it also captured their spirits. According to well-placed rumors, the inn is haunted by the echoes of those who once walked its halls. Guests and employees alike have reported encounters with the otherworldly. The most famous of these spirits is that of a lady in white, seen wandering the hallways and, on occasion, appearing in guests' rooms. Her presence is both serene and unsettling, a reminder of the inn's storied past. Another apparition, a man in a tweed suit, has been spotted looking over the balcony at the front of the hotel. Witnesses say he vanishes as suddenly as he appears, leaving behind a trail of questions and a chill in the air. The third known spirit is a youthful figure that haunts the basement. Voices and disembodied footsteps echo in the silence, suggesting that the inn's history is far from dormant. Many paranormal investigations have sought to unravel the mysteries of the Terrace Inn. Psychics and those with extrasensory abilities have attempted to communicate with the spirits, to understand their stories and why they remain tied to this place. Room 211, in particular, is known for its unusual activity. Guests who have stayed there report strange occurrences, shadows moving without a source, sudden drops in temperature, and the feeling of being watched. The Terrace Inn and 1911 restaurant stand as a testament to the passage of time, to the lives that have passed through its doors. It's a place where the past is not just remembered, it's felt. Whether you're drawn by the allure of history or the thrill of the paranormal, the Terrace Inn promises an experience unlike any other. So, we leave you with this invitation. Explore the Terrace Inn and 1911 restaurant, where every creaking floorboard tells a story, and every whispering wind carries a secret. Number 3, Mackinac Island, Michigan. Next, our spectral voyage takes us to Mackinac Island, where horse-drawn carriages glide along cobblestone streets. But beneath the idyllic facade lies a tapestry of ghostly tales. Soldiers from the War of 1812 still patrol Fort Mackinac, their ethereal forms guarding the island's secrets. Listen closely, you might hear the clip-clop of invisible hooves. Our journey through the spectral heart of Michigan brings us to a place out of time, where the waters of Lake Huron whisper ancient secrets. Welcome to Mackinac Island, a land where history and hauntings intertwine beneath the watchful gaze of the Great Turtle. Mackinac Island, or Mackinac, meaning Great Turtle in the native Anishinaabe language, has been a sacred site for centuries. The island's history is as deep and fathomless as the waters that surround it. It was here that the Anishinaabe tribes came to fish, to worship, and to bury their chiefs, believing the island to be home to the Great Spirit. The island's European history began in the 17th century when French explorers set foot on its shores. The British soon followed, establishing Fort Mackinac in 1780. This fort, which never saw a battle in the American Revolution, changed hands through treaties and was a focal point during the War of 1812. But it's not just the living history that captivates those who visit Mackinac Island. It's the echoes of the past that linger, the ghosts of soldiers and settlers that roam the historic fort and the grand hotels. From the Rifle Range Trail to the Old Hospital, visitors report sightings of apparitions and strange phenomena. The Grand Hotel, a Victorian masterpiece, stands as a beacon to the island's opulent past. Yet, beneath its grandeur lies a haunting tale. During its construction, workers unearthed human remains, believed to be those of Native Americans. Since then, stories of an evil entity and ghostly figures have become part of the hotel's lore. Staff and guests alike have encountered the unexplainable. A man in a top hat playing the piano in the bar, a woman in Victorian attire roaming the halls, and even the sensation of an unseen presence joining them in bed. Then there's the drowning pool, where legend tells of 7 women accused of witchcraft in the 1700s and early 1800s. They were subjected to the cruel test of sinking or floating, and all met their demise in the waters between Mission Point and downtown Mackinac. To this day, visitors report eerie splashes and dark figures that seem to float above the water's surface. Fort Mackinac itself is a Revolutionary War-era fortification, now a popular tourist site. Yet, some who walk its grounds feel an inexplicable sadness, see orbs in their photographs, or glimpse phantom limbs in the hospital. The fort's history is alive, replaying its most tragic moments for those sensitive enough to perceive them. Mackinac Island is a perfect storm for paranormal activity. The surrounding water currents create electromagnetic fields that ghosts can use to manifest. The huge limestone cliffs store residual energies from wars and play back these tragic events as ghostly activity. As we leave Mackinac Island, we carry with us the stories of its past and the whispers of its spirits. It's a place where history doesn't rest, where every stone and wave may hold a secret. Whether you come for the beauty or the ghosts, Mackinac Island will leave an indelible mark on your soul. Thank you for walking with us through the mists of Mackinac. May your journey be safe, and may the spirits be ever in your favor. Number 2, Eloise Asylum, Westland, Michigan. Prepare yourself for the chilling history of the Eloise Asylum in Westland. Once a sprawling psychiatric hospital, it housed thousands of souls seeking solace or suffering torment. The walls absorbed their anguish, and now, those same walls seem to weep. Visitors report cold spots, disembodied cries, and fleeting glimpses of tormented faces. Beneath the shadow of Detroit's bustling streets lies a relic of a bygone era, a monument to both the progress and the pain of psychiatric care. The Eloise Asylum, once a beacon of hope for the mentally afflicted, now stands as a silent sentinel, its halls echoing with the whispers of the forgotten. The story of Eloise begins in 1839, not as an asylum, but as a poorhouse and farm. It was a place where the destitute and the desperate sought refuge, a sanctuary that would evolve into one of the largest psychiatric facilities in the United States. By the early 20th century, Eloise had expanded into a sprawling complex of 78 buildings, housing over 10,000 patients. It was a city unto itself, complete with its own police and fire departments, a railroad, and even a trolley system. But within these walls, the line between treatment and torment was often blurred. The asylum employed methods that, by today's standards, would be considered barbaric. Electroshock therapy, severe water therapies, and lobotomies were disturbingly common practices within Eloise's walls. The rooms of Eloise, now empty and decaying, remain hauntingly scattered with remnants of old equipment and furniture. Stepping into the hospital feels like a journey back in time, evoking a sense of unease and foreboding. It's no wonder that Eloise has become synonymous with paranormal activity. The asylum's history is filled with tales of compassion, tragedy, and mystery, making it a fascinating place to explore for those who dare. Visitors and paranormal investigators report unexplained phenomena, shadowy figures moving along the ceiling, disembodied voices, and the sensation of being watched. Some have felt someone, or something, pull their hair, while others have seen objects move of their own accord. The notorious fifth floor is rumored to be a hotspot for spectral activity. Here, the veil between worlds seems thinnest, where the spirits of former patients are said to be most active, perhaps still seeking the help they once were promised. Eloise's legacy is a complex tapestry of human endeavor and suffering. The asylum cemetery, where thousands of unmarked graves lie, serves as a stark reminder of the countless lives that pass through its doors, many of whom remain nameless to this day. As we walk the grounds of Eloise, we walk alongside history. The asylum invites us to remember those whose society has forgotten, to hear their stories, and to acknowledge their existence. It's a place where the past is not just remembered, it's felt. Our visit to Eloise Asylum concludes, but the stories and spirits that reside here linger on. They remind us that every life has value, every soul has a story, and every echo through these halls is a call to remember. Number 5, Henderson Castle, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Our final destination is the Henderson Castle in Kalamazoo. A Gothic masterpiece, it stands atop a hill, overlooking the city. But its beauty masks a tragic past. The original owners, Frank and Mary Henderson, linger here, perhaps seeking redemption or revenge. Guests have felt icy touches, heard phantom footsteps, and glimpsed a lady in white roaming the turret. Perched atop West Main Hill, overlooking the vibrant city of Kalamazoo, stands a majestic structure of stone and history. Henderson Castle, a Queen and style marvel, has been a beacon of luxury and mystery since its completion in 1895. Join us as we traverse the opulent halls and uncover the spectral tales of this historic landmark. The tale of Henderson Castle begins with Frank Henderson, a titan of industry in the late 19th century. As the owner and president of the Henderson Ames Company, he amassed a fortune producing regalia for secret societies and military uniforms. With his success, he dreamt of constructing a grand residence to reflect his status. In 1888, Frank Henderson embarked on this ambitious project. He enlisted the expertise of architects and craftsmen to erect a castle that would stand the test of time. After 7 years and $72,000, a princely sum for the era, the castle was complete, boasting 25 rooms, 7 baths, a third-floor ballroom, and even an elevator. The castle's grandeur was unmatched, with its Lake Superior sandstone exterior and lavish interior woods like mahogany and bird's eye maple. It was a symbol of the Henderson family's prosperity and a testament to their refined tastes. But the castle's splendor was short-lived for its patriarch. Frank Henderson passed away in 1899, just 4 years after the castle's completion. His wife, Mary, continued to reside in the castle until her death in 1907. The castle then passed through various owners, each leaving their mark on its storied history. As decades passed, Henderson Castle became more than just a historical site, it became a nexus of paranormal activity. Guests and staff have reported encounters with the apparitions of Frank and Mary Henderson, the original owners, whose presence still lingers within the castle's walls. Other spirits are said to inhabit the castle as well, including that of a little girl, a Spanish-American war veteran, and even a spectral dog. These entities have interacted with various paranormal investigative teams, leaving many convinced of the castle's haunted nature. The castle's most famous ghostly resident is Mary Henderson, often seen throughout the house. Her apparition is a frequent occurrence, with guests reporting sightings of her ethereal form gliding through the corridors and rooms. The spirit of the little girl is another enigmatic presence. She is often heard giggling or seen playing in the halls. Some believe she may have been connected to the Henderson family or one of the many residents who called the castle home over the years. The veteran, a comrade of the Henderson's son, is said to haunt the castle's grounds. His apparition has been spotted in uniform, a silent guardian of the estate's legacy. His presence is a poignant reminder of the castle's connection to Kalamazoo's past. Today, Henderson Castle stands as a bed and breakfast, welcoming guests from all over the world. Its luxurious accommodations are matched only by its reputation for the supernatural. Whether drawn by its history or the chance to encounter its ghostly inhabitants, visitors leave with unforgettable stories. As our exploration of Henderson Castle concludes, we are left with a sense of awe for its architectural beauty and a curiosity for the mysteries it holds. The castle's legacy is a tapestry woven from threads of history, luxury, and the paranormal. As the curtain falls on our journey through Michigan's most haunted realms, we leave behind the echoes of the past and carry with us the tales of the unseen. These stories, woven from the threads of history and mystery, remind us that some things are beyond our understanding, yet ever so present. So, as you lay your head down tonight, remember the spirits that may roam just beyond the veil of perception. Keep your mind open, your heart brave, and as always, stay spooky.